So welcome back students. So today we are going to start with the bar chart. So we have seen with the line chart in the previous classes. So let us start with the bar chart. Okay. So there are some examples given in the book as well. So you can refer the book as well. And some pretty nice examples they have taken. So let us start with the bar chart. Now, the bar chart is basically a graphical display of data using bars, right? And already maybe in class, I guess in class 9 or 10, you have been working with charts on using the Excel spreadsheet. So if you have worked with the Excel spreadsheet, in that we had the topic about charts, and so we had to give some data, and depending on that data, then we used to generate the graphs, the charts, right? And there are various types of charts that we used to generate in the Excel sheet. So you already have an idea that how a bar chart kind of looks like. Okay, so we are going to use the function. The name of the function is the the bar function. Okay, and simple, we have to just provide the data, the series of data in form of a list to this particular function, and then we can generate uh, the bar chart. So let us go ahead. For example, if I have a is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, and if I have a b is equal to maybe if I have something like 4 5 6 and 8. Okay, so it is just the numbers, children. And then I have to make use of the matplot library that we have, that is a pyplot, using the p dot, I say, and bar. Okay, and I have to simply provide the a comma b, that is the list that I need to provide. Okay, so that is what we have right now, just a 3 line of code. So if I run this, and we have a bar chart in front of you, so you can see that this is a bar chart in front of you. So let us understand this now, what exactly it is and how it has decided the formation of the chart. So basically this is a is 1 2 3 and 4, and b is 2 4 6 and 8. So what is happening over here, a is acting as the x-axis and b is acting as the y-axis. Simple as that. Okay, so obviously a is starting from 1, so it is going to take a 0.5. It is going to start with 0.5 just to show you by default the gaps everywhere. Okay, so 0.5, and it is 1, so it is taken 1 as the value. That's the x-axis. Okay, that's the x-axis, and the height of the graph is decided by the value provided by the y-axis. So what is the value of the y-axis? The y-axis, the value is 2, and you can see it is exactly, the height is 2, right? Then the next value, you can see that the value of x-axis is 2, and the height is 4. So you can see that is 2 and 4, and then it is 3 and 6, and then you can see 4 and 8, right? So that is how the formation of the graph is. So we can manipulate the things over here. For example, if I make this as 5, this as maybe 3, this as, okay, I'll keep this as 8. And now if I run this particular graph, what is going to happen, children? The height of the bar is going to vary, right? So this was going in a maybe, you know, in a kind of logarithmic formation, the growth of these bars, right? So it was increasing, but over here it is like this the height is varying a lot. Some of the graphs, some of the bars are having the height depending on the value, basically, because we are given this as 2, and the second bar is having the height of 5, the third is having the value that is of 3, and fourth having the height as 8. So you can see 8 over here it has come. So I hope this is clear to you how to actually form the bars how to form the bar chart. Then obviously we can give some x-axis and the y-axis. So you can provide, for example, p dot x. Just use that labels, the label function, x label function, and I can give this as x-axis. And the second I can provide is the y label function, and this is the y-axis. And now if I run this particular code, and this is what we have with the x-axis and the y-axis, isn't it? So this is how you can form a bar chart. And then we can take some other examples. Some of the examples are given in the book. It's quite good. So another example, I'll just type the code, and it is given about the cities and population. So basically the x-axis is going to represent the name of the city, and the y-axis is going to represent the population that the city has. So this is like maybe Delhi, and so that's Mumbai. So these are some of the metro cities of our country. The Bangalore, okay, Bangalore, and then they have given Hyderabad. So this is the first list, and then we have a second list as population, and we can provide some numbers. I'm just giving some other, so just giving some numbers, okay. I'm not giving the exact numbers, and some other numbers. So we can have a cities and population, and then we can show them, but it depends. Okay, these numbers will depend. Uh, there shouldn't be like too much of gap. So this is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, I'll just remove one. Okay, said. Then what we need to do is we need to provide the x label and the y label. So let us go ahead and do that. First thing is I need to do p dot, or I should provide the bar. Give a call to the bar. Okay. Another way you can do it, children. Okay, just a minute. Let me just provide the x bar first. The x label. Okay, that's the x label, and x label I will say cities, or okay, cities, and p dot y label I will provide something like population, and then I will say p dot, that is over here I'll provide cities, and over here that is population. Looks good to me. And you can see the, this is the kind of the bar chart that we had depending on the value that we have provided. Okay, so that is the x-axis and the y-axis. And okay, you can change the values. If I just change the, remove 2 from here, and then we will have a different kind of graph. So this is the Mumbai is a too big number, so I'll just remove 1 from here. Okay, just to come up with a proper formation, that's it. So you can see these are the graphs and how to form a graph. Then what we can do is, okay, we have provided the x and y axis, and okay, what is the, this is the default, no, the default width is what we can deal with. So we can change the width of the, the width of the bars basically. Okay, so if I say something like width is equal to maybe I can give something like 0.5. Okay, so that will be the width of the graph of the bars. So the width, you can increase or decrease the size of the width. Basically make this as zero point 0.2. So zero point 0.2 is going to give you a much thinner width for the bars. So you can give the width whichever width you like. Okay, so that is how you're going to generate it. Now next is children that we can specify the width, and then we can also, what we can do is provide a list of the width. So if you want that some of the width of the bars should be less and the other bars should be more, so you can provide that even with the help of the keyword argument. Okay, so keyword argument is like, suppose there are four values, so 0.2 comma, and then I say 0.5 and 0.3, 0.4. So these are all three different values. So if I just run this particular code, and you can see that the width of every bar is different, isn't it? So this is zero point 0.2 width that we have, and this is 0.5, which is zero point 0.3 and zero point 0.4. So the different kinds of width you can come up with, and that is the syntax, how the way you want to do this. Okay, so you can just practice this, children. It's pretty simple bar charts. We're going to do a lot of things with this, and yes, we can provide the colors also to different this thing. So we have the, I'll give a comma over here and come to the next line. Okay, okay, just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to come to the next line and use the keyword argument, that is color. Okay, so you can straight away use colors, or you can give a provider list, or you can simply say, if I say R, okay, and you can see that the graph, the color of the bars is red, isn't it? And so if I just give this as G, and now if I run this particular, then you can see that it's green. Okay, so you can provide different give different colors to the bars as well. What you can do is you can provide some unique colors to every bar as well. So simple as that, you have to just convert this colors into a list and then provide the colors that you want to give. So first I can give like K, add maybe B, and this is 1, I will keep it as R, and G. So I have to provide a list. Okay, and now if I run this, and you can see these are the different colors that we have. So K will basically display the color that is black, this was blue, this was red, and this was green. Okay, so children, this is how to do it. And okay, few students have just one student have given me the topic of the project yesterday. So please, rest of the students also, children, please give the topics that you're going to work on. Okay, it's very much important, so that I can keep a note. I'll keep a note, I will note down it, and then please start working on the projects. So this chapter is anyway, it's very not that complicated as such. It's pretty simple and straightforward. So those who have just missed out, few students have missed out, few students have requested for the line chart. So for them, I will just take a small revision that how to come up with the line chart as well. Okay, so Let us just do it again one more time about the line chart. So for line chart, what we require, children? So simple. Okay, and then tomorrow, children, this bar chart, we are going to deal with something more about the bar chart. Okay, and please do not miss out the lectures if you're doing so, because a lot of students are not watching the video. I am keeping a track of everything, how many students are watching. There are very few students are watching, and many of them are not watching the video, and then the problem arises. Okay, so this is what, just one more just taking a revision tour of the line chart. So simple. In a line chart we have to provide that is two list, so 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, and for B I will provide like 2 comma, and this is 4 comma 6 comma 8, and then simply I have to use the plot function and provide A comma B. So this is going to form the, a line chart in front of you. So this is the x-axis and y-axis. It's very simple, and you can give the x label and provide the name. I'll keep it as only x-axis, and over here I'll keep it as the y-axis. And then obviously this plot functions has many you know arguments and the keyword arguments, and using that only we can do a lot of manipulations basically. So we can give the width of the line, or if I only say R, that is one of the argument that I will be passing, and you can see that the color of the line changes. And then I can give, so this is, I hope this is clear, like these values. A, this is x-axis, so it starts from 1 and the B is 2, so you can see that. Okay, and obviously we can provide the marker also. So marker was, I provided x, and we can have the plots. Okay, you can see the plots. So this is 1 and 2, so that is x is 1 and y is 2. Now you can easily make it out, and then you can use the marker. You can use the line, that is line width, to just to increase the width of the line. So I'll just give this as 2, and you can do that, right? And see, the width is, the thickness is more. And then you can also give the line style. Line style, if I keep it as dashed, and you can see, right? So there are various lines, and one more is there, that is a dash dot. So let me use that as well, the dash and dot, right? So this is one of the styles you can provide. You can provide the marker size as well. So these are all keyword arguments basically. So marker size is equal to, I provided at 10. Okay, now if I run this, and you can see the size of the marker is increased, isn't it? So this is how you're going to use it, children. You have to, suppose you just need to focus on the plot function, plot and function, and the arguments and the keyword arguments, and that is what you have to learn. Then color code, almost all this is the thing. And one more was the marker age, that was marker age color. So you can give an age color to this as K, so it will be black. So the border of the markers, so you can see the border of the markers are in black. So now anybody who has some confusion, children, please practice this. You need to practice this a lot, okay? And I hope you have downloaded the modules, you have installed the modules. That is, NumPy is the first module, and the second module is matplotlib. That is the second module that you need to install, and then you can do it. And then we can also like had the sine waves and all. We have provided that using that numlock, I mean the numpy. So how did we do that? That was x, and then we are making use of the numpy, and the function is a range function, which is as, this is the equal as the range function. So I give 0 dot, so it will be a floating number, and I go till 10 and 0.1. That's the step, that's the jump it is going to take. And then I can use the same, generate an array using the np dot, and you can say cos x. Okay, so it is going to generate some value, an array, understand it. Let me, and then I will provide b and b dot sine of x. Okay, sine of x, sorry. Okay, and then I say print a comma b. Just run this code, and you can see this is the, the array. If you just wanted to see the values, I'll remove one from here. Okay, let me just have one array, and this is the one array that is for a. No, sorry. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, you can see this is the variation that is taking a jump of 1, and then this is the array. Now these are the values of the cost values basically, isn't it? So you can always use this print function, children, and just to understand how things are working. And then yes, you have to use p dot, the same function, and if I say a, run this particular code, and you can see this is the cost values, and provide the color as red, isn't it? And same you can do it for the sine values also. Provide b, and let me make this as k, that is black, and you can see the values, isn't it? So children, okay, you need to practice on this, that is on numpy, how numpy works, okay? And the numpy, that is the function, that is a range function, and the array function. Okay, so you need to work on this a bit. And exam point of view, children, you have to, this sine and cos, it is not going to be asked, but basically a simple line chart, and the bar chart, and the pie chart. Okay, you have to focus on these three basically. Fine. So that's it, children, for today. Please submit the topics of your projects when the window is open. I'm keeping a note of it. Okay, and start preparing the projects. You have time after the exam. Obviously you don't give a lot of time right now. Just focus on the exam that is starting from 10th. So after that, then again you can start working on it. Okay, so I'm just closing the session for today, children. We'll meet tomorrow. Please practice, children. This requires a lot of practice. It is simple, it is pretty simple. It just requires a bit of time, that's it. Okay, and you can score out of in this particular chapter, do not worry. So bye for now, children.